Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where I was just looking through claimants for Houseland here, and I found this guy. He only has 22 reasons to not come to our court. We can try to send him a gift. That might be enough. That'll gain 29 opinion. I kind of don't... actually it is. Just barely. If we pay for his travel expenses as well. Done. So that'll give us an in to Houseland. That's actually a very big deal. That'll save us a lot of resources. So that is wonderful. This guy has arrived at our court, and he would not convert. Interesting. So he's the wrong religion, and he is refusing to convert. Is this the same guy? Hang on. Yeah, he has a claim on the Sultanate of Houseland. So he's very upset with us because of our tyranny. Fair enough. Show in Count Henrique. Excellent. It's very interesting that he gained the minus 52 to tyranny immediately upon joining our court. But that's fine. He will not actually convert, so that means that this is going to be more expensive. But we're still able to do this way cheaper than a struggle clash. Keep in mind, it would be 3 struggle clashes to do this. So this is still an improvement over struggle clashes. Absolutely. We're going to declare this war. What is this faction? This is probably fake, right? Maybe not the Peasant Rabble. The Peasant Rabble might not be fake, but that's fine. So we're going to drop a rally point out over here. We're going to raise our men-at-arms and some of our levy troops. We'll keep some other levy troops for... minus 51. Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. So he starts at quite an advantage here. Noted. We're going to stop raising these forces for now. We need our men-at-arms to get here. And in we go. Cool. Okay. Now the question is, do we want to go eliminate this force? I think the answer is yes, but we want a separate siege force here. So let's... I don't want to split it in half. I want to split off new army. Okay, I was confused by the buttons there for a second, which is very strange. But whatever. Not crossbowmen, bombards. There we go. And let's leave around 10k here. These guys are going to head on over towards the capital, while these head southward. We should be able to siege these back quite quickly, I think, even without siege weapons. So that's the idea here. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Never. A peasant's lot is indeed to serve their lord. So we need to deal with these 2,000 peasants. Okay, this is such a tiny rebellion. That is really irrelevant. Okay, we're going to raise a few troops here. This is already more than sufficient. And that's just dealt with. Wonderful. So we're going to get this taken back. And let's head on down. These guys are just kind of chilling down over here. The peasant uprising is over. No shockers there. And we're going to take over their capital here. Wonderful. So that puts us at 19% war score. We're still going to be taking back some of this territory as we push southward here. That said, they're coming this direction. I want to stack wipe their army. So we're going to make our way around, and we could grab divided attention. That gives us +2 domain limit, which of course we're going to put to use on this county, and that's the only one that we need. Okay, so we can pull back one of these castles. That's completely fine. Completely and totally fine. So we're going to look to stack wipe these guys here. I do want to get additional sieging going on. This is going to be close to ending the war, but it's not quite going to do it. 92%. We'll just hop down over here. This siege will end it, though. There we go. War is over. So we'll enforce those demands and disband these troops. Now, I don't suppose we have a claimant in Canum. Wadai is a duchy tier realm, so we can just go after this duchy easily enough. This would be interesting. We don't actually have a claim on the duchy itself to, like, Holy War. She's Coptic, and we consider them to be astray. It is a Christian faith, so that would be why. Noted. Well, how are we doing on getting the de jure Empire of Canum Bornu? We're at 17 out of 39 needed. So just getting Canum would be good, but I doubt that that would solve the issue. Let's take a quick look through the claimants and see what we've got here. This guy is at 145. This guy's too far away. This guy's a child, and this guy's a child. Okay, so that's basically what we've got here. We do have a de jure land. That's not ideal. This could be a holy war for kingdom, but we've got an awkward kingdom split going on here. So let's instead look at the kingdom title here. Gotcha. So the kingdom of Canaan is not going to be coming over to us anytime soon. Noted. Same with the kingdom of Darfur. Yeah, it's definitely a little awkward down here, no doubt about that. Let's come over to this guy, and let's revoke his title. This will build up some tyranny. And actually, he's not very into it. Let's send him a gift and boost up his opinion of us. What does that put this at? 57% chance? Okay. Well, we can't actually sway him because we're already working on that. So we'll just bring that on up, and for the time being, let's revoke this castle title. We could also revoke a second one until such a time as we can revoke that county level title. So we can do something like this. That'll be fine. Let's upgrade these structures, and a lot of these structures are going to be pretty expensive. Is that actually our capital next? Yes, it is. Phenomenal. So that'll be great. This ransom is acceptable. And we're going to need to get some gold, right? No doubt about that. The real question is, what is our next move? We could definitely do a holy war for kingdom over here and take... Actually, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. We would want to get some piety. So perhaps now would be an interesting time to do like a pilgrimage. But to be honest... That's expensive. I'd rather put the gold into our realm. So maybe we just take the penalty here. We do this holy war for kingdom. We would end up getting a devotion penalty of 864. I think I'm okay with that. Let's do it. So that seems fine. We're going to drop our rally point here. We're going to raise some men-at-arms and some levy troops. How much does this guy even have? 70k, that's pretty good, actually. I mean, it's not good enough to stop us, but it's pretty good. So we're going to upgrade this castle. That's almost maxed already. Wow, actually it is maxed now. So that looks phenomenal. Sure, we'll pay the royal court a visit. What do we have going on here? We could gain some court grandeur and lose some stress. That seems fine. And 450 gold. Done. Excellent. Did we just promise a grand wedding? I'm not sure. It went away immediately, so maybe it didn't end up happening. Yeah, it must be organized before the promise expires or you'll incur penalties. So, no, we can definitely do that. But it will cost money. So we're not going to do that right now. I want to fight this war at least. So we're going to do that for the moment. Okay, this is plenty of troops. And let's head on down over this direction. And let's get some Egypt going here. There's a child of our dynasty. That seems good. And yeah, betrothed can indeed marry in the grand wedding. We have 3 years to fulfill that promise. So let's just do that after this war. It's not a bad thing to work up some prestige, right? But after the war does seem like a good thing. We just had a successor for one of our knights. We can seek a new one here. What do we got going on over here? Nothing? Ah, Hani here. Okay, so we'll recruit you. You're skill 13. Where are you at? Skill 13. Here we go. And you can be a successor here. Perfect. And then we've got the noblest of the Catholics, Mayor Gomez, skill 16. Gotcha. So that is this guy here. And there we go. Perfect. Any of these bumpable at this point? Can we bump any of them up? The answer is no. Okay, sounds good. No, we're not gonna make a carp pond. We've got better uses of our money right now. No doubt about that. So we're just going to continue to press on through here. We're at 28% war score already, which is kind of insane. considering we've just taken 2 kind of useless counties. Okay. Like, neither of these are particularly high development, right? And there's his forces. Okay, noted. He's hopping over here? Sure. Okay, so we found a successor for the Sword of God, and we are going to definitely put that in. So that's Fernando, skill 12. Okay. There we go, and we'll put you in. Perfect. Okay, keeping an eye on this situation here, I do want to split off our siege force. We'll leave perhaps around 30k with that. And then these guys are going to head on over this direction, while our siege force, of course, continues to siege. No siege commander? There's one. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we do need to eliminate these guys over here. We just inherited the county of Kong, which we don't really want to hold. So we'll grant that out. And does that de jure go to anybody? Apparently not. Okay. Cool. So this is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be over here. And let's see if we can eliminate these forces. They're heading down over this way. Okay. Seems good. So we're 45%. They're going to cap this back. That's fine. We're not going to have any problem dealing with them once we get there. Unfortunately, we just had a succession in the Silver Pilgrim. So, do we have anybody here? Actually, Mayor Ladrin, skill 11. Okay. So that is this guy. Excellent. Okay. So we'll do that for now. And we're going to continue to push over to Alexandria. I would love to see these guys get caught here, and they are going to get caught, because they stopped for some reason. I don't know what that reason is, but it's not a good one, I can tell you that. So we're going to eliminate this force. It's actually, that's going really fast. It might stack wipe, but I actually don't think it's going to. Yeah, it did not stack wipe. Okay, this likely will stack wipe, though. So we're 55% war score right now. We're going to need to take back these territories, and these guys are going to be retreating for a while. So that's reasonably fine. Let's grab Giza here, and then let's go hit Cairo at that point. So that all looks good. We're going to likely stack wipe this force, although they retreated just to here. So that means that they finished this siege very quickly because their siege weapons arrived here. Okay, do we catch them here? Yes, we do. Beautiful. Let's go take over Cairo. We're at 64% war score right now. Okay, let's siege this back. They are embarking, so we're just going to head down over here. We're at 92%. This will end the war. Done. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. So obviously we need to hand some territory out, right? And all I'm going to do for that is I'm going to grant this guy the title of Cairo. And then we're going to grab the Sultanate here. There we go, which is now, of course, the Kingdom of Egypt. And we're going to grant that over to this fine gentleman with everything underneath. He can figure out how he wants to hand that out. That's fine. So hypothetically... Okay. Noted. That's actually pretty interesting how much we can get there, including getting Mecca. We do hold Medina at this point. Noted. Well, for now, that's fine. I want to get this grand wedding going. So let's do this. That's going to be in our capital. And our daughter is our prisoner. Okay, yeah, sure. And we're going to do something like this. We should probably end up releasing her, which we're just going to do that. Should become our executioner? I'm just thinking about this dread. I guess losing the 10 dread isn't the worst thing. So that's fine. Okay. So they should be able to attend as spouse now that they've been released. Do we have to reopen this, perhaps? Possibly. There we go. Can no longer attend as the spouse. So both of these can apparently not attend as the spouse. This guy is unlanded visiting our court. This guy is, or rather, our daughter is unlanded. Is it because she's pregnant? Maybe. We'll give it 4 months and check in again. It might be because she's pregnant that she can't do that. Okay, so let's get some upgrades going here. We'll get hill farms. What else do we have? Ah, we can get windmills. Perfect. In Melina, we'll grab windmills. We're definitely getting close to maxing out a lot of these locations. Also, I want to take a look at this guy. So if we were to revoke his title, he only has a 33% chance of this. It would be quite a large rebellion. Okay. We could probably handle it. Almost certainly we could handle it. I don't want to grant this out. I want to build windmills here instead. So let's build hill forts here. Okay, that all looks good. Do we just go for this? 33% chance. Let's do it. Gonna drop a rally point here, raising all of our men-at-arms and a good chunk of levy troops as well. Actually, he just accepted. Odds were low on that, but we'll take it. So that, of course, means that we want to hand out one of these barony level titles. There we go. Perfect. So we'll get this upgrading, this windmill up here. And we, of course, need a fair amount of additional cash. So the next question is, when is our daughter going to give birth? In about 2 months? Okay, sure. That's reasonable. We can wait for that long. We do get a stewardship lifestyle perk. That'll grab us architect. Wonderful. And for now, let's grab, say, windmills. We just want to make sure that we are building wherever we can, right? Anytime we have the ability to build in one of our locations, we want to do that. That is going to be very, very high priority for us at this moment. We're pretty close to maxing out our men-at-arms, and now we're working on maxing out our economy. To be fair, though, our economy is kind of good enough right now. Sure, show in this guy in his 50 gold. Cool. That'll be fine, and we've got this going on. Yes. So this grand wedding is... Okay, she's given birth now. Can we do the grand wedding now that she's no longer pregnant? No. Okay. Is it because she has the fornicator trait? She's also chaste, which is, you know, a chaste fornicator. That's mildly awkward. What do we got going on here? He also has the fornicator trait. Okay, so yeah, it was these two. They were, of course, going to get married, and we promised them that they could get married, but we currently cannot start this grand wedding because they can no longer attend as a spouse, presumably because it became known that they are fornicators. That is the current theory, is that we can't do this because of that. Okay, the Sword of God just had a succession. And Mayor Ramiro, what skill was he? Skill 13. Okay. Mayor Ramiro is the potential successor, or a potential successor. There we go. And let's see here. Noble Cavalry, we cannot get anybody there. Silver Pilgrim already has a successor, as does the Noblest of the Catholics. So it's only the Noble Cavalry. Perfect. So that'll do for now. We're at 15 out of 16 domain. So that actually means we can take this castle back. Hypothetically, what kind of a domain limit would we need to be in an ideal situation here? 1, 2, 3. 3. So we'd need 19. Okay, that is very hypothetical. But regardless, that's fine. Okay, so let's grab this cattle pasture over here. Let's grab this cattle pasture upgrade. We just got another 900 gold. Fantastic. Our rival, huh? Sure. We failed our meddling in their marriage. That's fine. We have now maxed out this location. Wonderful. We're getting a lot closer to having these places maxed out, right? No doubt about that. We no longer need to sway this guy. Let's get out of here. Okay. I want to check in on Canum again. What do we have for claimants through here? This guy is at 145 reasons, and this guy's too far away to interact with. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to get in here. So we're just going to have to go in a slightly more awkward route. We could seize all de jure lands, but I really think that a struggle clash would be the way to go here. Unless we did a Holy War for Duchy. Are any of these any good, though? There's the Duchy of Wandala here. That would get us 4. But honestly, we're negative in our piety, and I feel like a struggle clash would be significantly better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although that is a lot of prestige. No doubt about that, that is a significant amount of prestige. And as far as going after this goes, a struggle clash would be an interesting route. We're still truced with Fatimid. Okay. I think we have to do a struggle clash here. I don't see another way to get into Canum, short of a claimant just kind of appearing that we can use, and we really can't rely on that, right? So let's just go in via struggle clash. It'll be fine. So we're going to drop our rally point. Here is a greedy raise, absolutely. Let's drop it out over here instead. It's still a little greedy, no doubt about that. How many troops does this guy have? Not many. Okay. So this should be sufficient in terms of levy troops. We're just waiting on men-at-arms here. They're going to be grouping up over in, like, Jimmy. Okay, sure. Let's go hit his capital. And we'll see what happens here. I'd like to group these guys together. And I would like these guys to be stack-wiped. So we're going to grab his capital. 26%? Okay. Let's go stack-wipe his army quick. That'll put us up to, like, 76. Unless we capture him. And we didn't. Okay, so 76 looks good. Let's grab Jimmy. Will Jimmy end the war? Unlikely. Very unlikely. Let's hop down over this way, although we should siege here if we don't want to take attrition. So that'll do. Excellent. And war is over, so we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Of course, these titles need to be granted out, and we'll do exactly that. Putting us back at 16 of 16. Perfect. And then Canum is going to need to be attacked again later. We'll just wait out that truce. So, ultimately... Our vassal has this claim. He's 21, he's in good health, he'll probably still have this claim, and we didn't have him as a vassal previously, right? So this was not an option before. We are going to press this claim, definitely, later on. He might accept a conversion demand. Let's see what happens there. He'll do it for a hook. Done. So that will make this a lot cheaper when we're ready to actually declare this. So that will be great. I just want to double check quick on this grand wedding here. I'm 99% certain it's because of the fornicator trait that we cannot do this. Yes. That has to be it. That's the only trait here that I see that would be causing this. So, yep. No grand wedding for them, I'm afraid. They're betrothed, and... they're just going to have to actually get married. We've promised them a grand wedding, and I would be willing to do it, but we literally cannot do it. It is not an option for us. So for now, we're just going to have to proceed forward. It is about time to put a cut in, though. So let's get these last couple of buildings constructed. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. And next episode, I'd like to maybe start thinking about doing some pilgrimages, so that we can start doing struggle clashes against the HRE. That is going to start getting valuable, but we need a lot of piety to do it. Right? And then it would just be a slow grind across the HRE in like this really long line. It's going to be quite a thing. No doubt about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.